Good morning and a very warm welcome to Joy News Desk on the Joy News channel, also on DSTV channel 41 and GoTV channel 144. My name is Mapita CBD. Coming up, subscribers to various telephone networks queuing to re-register their SIM cards in the ongoing re-registration exercise demand better innovative ways to easing the process from service providers. We're live at some of the registration centers for an update on the situation. Also in this bulletin, new car owners visiting offices of the DVLA in Accra to register their vehicles laud the authority for the introduction of a new system which reduces the congestion and stress they would have had to go through to get a new car plate. We're live there for updates. Also, latest Joy News investigations uncover how children are trafficked for 1,000 Ghana cedis to engage in various labor in cocoa farms in parts of the western regions. We have details. We also have business and sports all in this hour. Stay with us for details. Thank you for staying with us. Now, in our first story, the craze for new car plates and the associated congestion at the driver and vehicular licensing authorities offices. We'll bring that one to you later. We're going to take a quick breather. We'll be back with more. You're still watching Joy News Desk with me, Mapita CBD. Now, scores of newly admitted students at the University of Ghana are being forced to abandon their courses due to their inability to secure accommodation spots. More than 15,000 students were offered admission this year into various undergraduate programs at the university, with less than 3,000 available bed spaces. As a perennial struggle for accommodation sets in again, some students who have travelled long distances to the school without securing residence say they may just have to quit altogether. Manuel Kranting visited the campus and now reports.
Long faces and outright despair. The most obvious expressions worn by the many frustrated students who, just like their mates from the year before and the ones before that, cannot find accommodation after gaining admission into the University of Ghana.
I was happy when I had the admission to study at this university, because it was my dream university. Yeah, everything was okay.
Daniel Elijah Chum is a newly admitted student at the university. Unlike anything he expected in his first few days in college, what was to be his dream school is gradually becoming his nemesis. He's only one of the many freshmen who are struggling to secure a spot in the limited residential facilities on campus.
The accommodation portal was opened exactly at 9 a.m. as yesterday morning. So I was online around 8:50 a.m. waiting for the portal to be open so that I can be fast about getting the accommodation. So by 9:02 a.m. I was on the website. Any hall I choose, there will be there's no room available. So I was okay with it, because I chose several rooms that I chose all the halls and then I didn't get any room. So from that time I didn't know what to do. So I had to set off early from Winneba this morning around 6 a.m. to get here to fish out how things will be going concerning the accommodation.
He's been roaming the entire Legon campus for hours, dripping with sweat, and the brown envelope containing his application documents literally tearing apart. He's now thinking of abandoning his course altogether.
I've done whatever I could. I've been moving from halls to halls, floors to floors, but no one. I've spoken a lot, so I'm even tired. I'm even tired. I feel like I've gotten the school, but I've not gotten it. So now I'm stressed out. I at times like I want to say I want to give up. Yeah, like I want to give up. I want to stay in the house and come the following year rather.
But Daniel is not alone. It takes me to see his other colleagues who are in much the same situation, if not worse.
We were told that because of the modular system, all the people that were admitted 2020 and 2021 academic year were not permanent residents. We were just having our accommodation for just 1 year. So,
and then this year, hopefully, they said we all should apply for the residence. So I tried to apply, but I couldn't get a room. Yeah, so I have to go back to the old ways of going and coming, which is very costly.
But this frustration does not only stay with students. Their parents feel the pinch just as much. Antiama's daughter was not lucky with the online application. She is still yet to get a room, even after close to 8 hours of moving from one residential hall to the other.
Things are not well. They said the portal was to be opened at 9 a.m., but we tried and couldn't get access. Now they say the rooms are all taken, and we are coming all the way from Winneba. How is my daughter supposed to come to school all the way from Winneba to Legon every day?
And the story is same for thousands of other students and their parents. Indeed, most of them have had cause to explore off-campus options. Some of them are fortunate, and others not so much.
Outside campus, to try our luck whether we'll get a hostel. So we chanced on one kind of uncompleted building, but it has been, a little touch up on it, and it's quite okay. We saw some of the students there, so we also tried to go there and then make inquiries. So it's 2 in a room. Then 2,000 what? You said
620 cedis. 620 cedis.
Semester. Can you imagine?
2,620 cedis for one person.
Yes.
Now, with each passing admission window, the accommodation crisis here at the University of Ghana only gets worse. But how many more Daniel Elijahs will be forced to abandon their entire university dreams owing to lack of space? Will this be the year that university management deals decisively with this problem? Yes, so maybe this could be our last time of reporting on this problem. For Joy News, my name is Manuel Cranting.
As queues increase and extend at various registration centres for the ongoing SIM card re-registration, a lot of subscribers to the various telephone networks are unhappy about the poor services and tiresome process they are being subjected to. A key question that keeps coming up is why the telcos are not considering alternative ways of easing the registration process for their customers. Among suggestions so far is door-to-door registration of the cards, rather asking people to visit designated centres. How feasible is that? Well, we'll get into that shortly. But first, let's go live to my colleague, Manuel Cranting, who is at one of the centres here in Accra and joins us live with more. Manuel, can you report what's happening right now?
And so, Mapitso, for the past 3 days, since the working days in the year 2022 started, what we've seen at a lot of the outlets of the various telcos are long queues, as you can see in your shot, with people attempting to finish that exercise of merging their SIM card details with their national identification details. The problem, however, has been that the process has been, quite infamously slow, with a lot of them, having to spend days. There are people that I've spoken to here who have been here since Tuesday and are never able to complete this entire registration process. Well, the very first step is a self-help step with a short code where people could use their phones and then link their data to the National Identification Authority's data. The next step is to be at the, the outlet of the telcos for their biometric details and so on and so forth to be captured. Some of them have been in the queues for far too long, and it's becoming really frustrating for them. Let me speak to just a few of them and find out. Madam, what's your name? You're live on a Joy News channel. How long have you been here anyways?
Okay, I've been here yesterday. I came here yesterday around 6. I couldn't do it because after being through the line, they told me that I have to do some linking, and because I've done the linking yesterday, I cannot do it yesterday now, so I have to come next day. Yeah, it's today that I came back. They said there's no network, so we are still there.
What time did you get here today?
I get here around 7.
Around 7 a.m. and it's past 10 a.m. That's in excess of 3 hours. Yeah. I mean, tell me what's going to happen. Yesterday you couldn't do it. Today, 3 hours gone, you've not been able to do. What's going to happen if you're unable to do this?
Oh, I'll feel bad because yesterday I didn't go work. Today I didn't go work. If I'm not able to do it today, that means tomorrow I have to come back again. You see, that means I've wasted all my 3 days doing nothing.
And tomorrow is a holiday.
Oh, okay. But even at that, me, I'll still go to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
What work do you do?
Me, I sell meat fry. I'm doing pastries.
Okay.
But I sell meat fry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So wish you all the best. We hope that you're able to eventually do the registration. Let me speak to this lady who's been quite agitated this entire morning. I've seen her walk up and down complaining. Madam, just speak to me briefly. I mean, I see you walk up and down with a lot of frustration. Tell me, what's your story?
It's very stressful being here. I've been here for more than 3 hours and we are not seeing anything. We are just standing here. We are quite tired too because there are no chairs for you to sit. Here comes the case. Tomorrow too is on a holiday. You can't come here unless Monday. Actually, I'll be going to school on Saturday. So if I don't do it today, I don't know when I can do it again.
I see. And I mean, the process has been running for quite a while now. It's not just starting this week. What's been your story? Why did you not do it all this while?
I traveled. Where I went, how they did it was that there was some people who comes to do it for you at home. I think if they do it that way, it will be a little better than all of us coming to join here. They can even send some of the agents to go to houses to do it for them. I think that one will be best.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Now talk to me. What do they tell you? You said you've been there 3 hours. What do they tell you?
They've not told us anything. They just told us that the network is not working.
Okay. The network?
Yes.
Okay. That's the platform they're using to do the registration?
Yes, right. As this time, that's what they are saying, that the network is not working.
Okay. So, Maps, these are some of the stories that we're seeing, in fact, hearing this morning. But it goes beyond people being just frustrated to, physical tiredness. And we'll just turn around the camera for you to see people who really are, you describe as old people, really, wobbling legs and feet and all of that. They're now having to sit on the bare floor just as they wait for their turn to be able to go in there and register. Mommy, I'm a patron of saying.
Emilia.
Aunt Emilia, now, I'm so what's a family sim registration?
The bill. The phone registration.
Oh, the Ghana card no ebe year registration. Okay, now time ben I'll be do ah.
Ebe do about 6 o'clock na ye wa.
Okay.
Up to now, you see. Network in India, Hog Chase.
The whole day, say, the whole day, no corner say, went to me and register by then.
So, my coffee, say, Minyatam beer, Meba.
Okay. Now, what are you saying?
66.
66. Okay, so, Maps, this lady, she says her name is Emilia. She's 66 years old, and she's come here to get her SIM card re-registered. She's been here since 6 a.m. as she just told me in Chi, but it's been giving the feedback that the network is down. And so having stood for more than 3 hours, her legs have given. And so she is now sitting on the floor waiting for her turn. And if at all, the system will begin functioning again. Otherwise, she would have to go back home and then attempt to come back.
Ochina say holiday until by Monday, so movie Juma.
Okay. And so she says that she may attempt to come back again tomorrow or Monday when they open the portal. Some people have really come from far places. Mommy, now catch me say ofi pokwase na baha. Na ade na ofi pokwase to na wabahan mu.
Some people be amayan intam. Na dimba be di hano.
Okay. Ubedu hano no ekosen.
Na de bedu hano de enkokola. Enko. Music system ni nyanti na enko be bia. Ene e ba no pa da so gina ha be pem same.
Let's just say we fie we adwuma ne bibia.
Meja adwuma ne bibia wa ba be gina ha no.
Adwuma be na we.
Me no aduane me ton mo.
Okay. Let's just say na de won ton mo no no.
Da bi na me nya adwuma ne.
Na say went to me anye ne na let's just say Monday we san baby mo.
Monday de meet me ma. Me ya adwuma.
Be ya adwuma no. Na almost 1 year registration na o sim no e be block you no.
Da me say nya wo bi me ma ba be. It's a Monday de. Blow nya it me break it ni na me de ye me lunch. Na me de ye nti me nya kwa na ma anya de a. Monday me ya adwuma. Me ma.
Nti ka omunya kwan bi so anka e bia wo fie na waye ade na nka umba all the way to the office anka be.
Ye nya ne sa so akepe. Ye ndi fie ne ye mpie ne be ya ma ye fie so a ye pe ne ya no ho no ma na ne baby e be mi bia so na makoye bi me mforo ka na metimbe.
I'm just hearing this man saying that he stopped the SIM card registration. This woman is saying that she's coming all the way from Pokwase, by the way, and she has to stop working. She sells food, but today she's not doing that. But we'll go back to selling food on Monday because this entire Christmas she's not been selling. Boss, you're saying that you're going to stop registering your card all the time?
Chairman, definitely. If today you're going to be able to do it, maybe definitely we will stop. You won't do it. You will go to space and then do our normal calls as during that time we do it. Because if we see how the service is not working, we are supposed to go to work today, but because of the SIM registration, we are here. We've left everything in the house. You see. It's going against us. So the MTN operators need to work on that so that we can able to register our SIM again with our Ghana card. That's what I can say for now.
And so generally, and MAPS, there's the same sentiment all across this entire queue here at the Ring Road branch of the MTN. And indeed, for a lot of them, it's gotten really frustrating. And we'll be trying to, get some responses. We're told that the platform that is being used for the registration is actually an NCA, controlled platform, which we're told by the, customer service officers here at MTN that the system is down. We don't know when the system will come back up. But for now, everybody is staying put. Those who have strong legs are still standing. Those who don't are sitting, waiting for the system to come back up and running. Perhaps if you can hear me, back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you very much, Manuel Kranting. But let's get on Twitter now and check out some of the concerns of subscribers to the various networks. We'll start with MTN, and they issued a public announcement on their Twitter page with that was 19 hours ago. And let's see what people have been saying about that. At Sikaba Kwesiwan says, how do you expect your customers to visit MTN branches instead of deploying your agents to get the work done simply by visiting them in their homes and workplaces? You guys rather want them to overcrowd at your various offices while COVID is still in town. This one is from Frank Owusu, who says, why should customers rather suffer in registering their SIM cards? I wish all MTN users won't register, and let's see if they can block all the customers. Who loses? That's the question Frank is asking. This one is from Asenso, who says, please, at MTN Ghana, get more agents to go to communities to get it done for people. They could go from house to house, or better still, set up centers in every community. at digital_, says, why can't you query the data from the NIA database? Do I have to carry my whole family to do some registration? He's asking. What kind of network system do people run? I won't do anything again. If you like, block my SIM, and the quick loan I owe you is 1,500 cedis. Make the right choice. And this one is from Juliet, who says, MTN, you can do as NIA did by recruiting temporal staff across the country. If you really want to get this whole thing done by March, or better still, partner with the NIA to get the details of all who have registered their numbers with the short code. Some of us work in remote areas. And another one from Henry, Gemfi5, who says, Vodafone is doing on-net registration. What is stopping you guys from doing the same? So all of those tweets were taken from the MTN Twitter page. Right now on the Vodafone Ghana page, Twitter page, I'm looking. The last post was 18 hours ago, and the only question they've asked, have you re-registered your Vodafone business SIM card yet? You can conveniently re-register by visiting, and they put in the certain email or website and uploading your business documents. That was 18 hours ago. Also from the Airtel Tigo Ghana page, the last tweet was January 4th, and that is an ad of a promo they are running. So we did visit all the Twitter pages from Airtel Tigo Ghana and also Vodafone Ghana. Now let's move on to other stories where Joy News investigations have uncovered how children trafficked for a sum of 1,000 Ghana cedis to work on cocoa farms at Elokrom in the western northern region. One of the victims, Rashida, said her master started using her when she was 11 years old. She told investigative journalist Kwetenate that she has wishes to return to the classroom.
Rashida was trafficked from Chereponi by Musa. She was in class 6 at a basic school in Chereponi.
I have said, when I'm buying the
Working long hours is not new to Rashida. She says she has served 4 years already under her old master. She was just 11. She is now serving for 1,000 Ghana cedis, which will be paid to her parents. There is no intention of her master sending her to school. Another girl the investigative team came across is Memuna. She's serving 4 years for an amount of 1,200 Ghana cedis. She was also brought from Chereponi by the same Musa. When she isn't hawking on the streets of Elokrom, she assists with weeding on the cocoa farms.
Those were some experts of our latest hotline documentary, Children in Cocoa Labor. It will be airing Monday, 10th January at 8:30 a.m. on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM and at 8:30 p.m. on the Joy News channel, DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. On that note, I'm going to take a break. We'll be back with more. The craze for new car plates and associated congestion at driver and vehicular licensing authorities' offices have reduced drastically. The DVLA is attributing the phenomenon to new measures it began rolling out late last year to ease the process of vehicle registration at the various centres. But how about the issue of Goro Boys and the activities around the registration centres? Are they still in operation or not? The Director of Public Affairs at the DVLA, Francis Tufo, is our guest for some answers and an assessment of the new measures and impact. We'll be engaging him shortly, but first, my colleague Michael Papaniashale is at the 37 Registration Centre here in Accra and joins us live with the latest. Michael, how does the premises of the DVLA look at the moment?
So at the moment we are the Drivers and Vehicle Licensing Authority here in Accra, close to the 37 hospital where nearly half of the processes will be done. For the year 2022, a new innovation that the DVLA is putting in place. You have the opportunity to start the process online and come and finish it in person here. Or you come here and start and finish all. But it's advisable because of the COVID-19 restrictions to start online, come and complete it here. I have the head of vehicle registration here, Mr. Samuel, who would help me with some of the processes as well. And I also have Mr. Kingsley, who's in charge of the bay here from the DVLA office. So this particular place where you see that we are is the inspection bay. So when you are done, the first process will be to go to the customs office where the vehicle will be cleared. Your duties will be looked, whether you paid the exact amount you are expected to pay, and then you come to the inspection bay here. Mr. Kingsley earlier was talking to me about some of the processes or the exact things that they are looking out for at this particular bay. Mr. Kingsley, just to disturb you a bit, just walk me through a little bit of the things they are looking out for at this particular bay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, with the inspection bay, what we look out for, number one, is the chassis of the vehicle. If it's really indeed matched with the customs documents. We look at the make of the vehicle, the body type of the vehicle. We look at the color of the vehicle. We look at the tire size. We look at the net weight, the gross weight, the axle weight 1, axle weight 2. We also capture the length, width, and height of the vehicle. So these are basically what we check at the bay.
So all of these things will be checked at this particular bay. I'll ask him later on, in the event that you fail any of this, what is going to be the next step? So you can see 2 vehicles at the moment here. The first step will be for the customs division to do a physical examination. Open your bonnet, look at the engine size. The DVLA folks will also do nearly the same thing. Looking at some vehicles that have come here with tainted glass and all that. Ask Mr. Kingsley once again. So Mr. Kingsley, tainted glass, what is the protocol?
Yeah, the protocol is that you can't tint your front glass and you can't tint any of your windscreen, both front and rear. If you want to tint the back glass, that one should be 70% ratio. It shouldn't exceed that. So all vehicles with tinted at the front glass, we take them out, or we ask them to go and take it out and then come back. We fill the examination. If you have tinted at the front or rear windscreen also, we reject your inspection. So that's what we do. We are dealing with the LI, 2180, and that's what it states.
So I want to ask you, in the event that you fail any of the things that you are asking for, the documents that I bring don't match the exact details that you find out, the chassis number, the axle, the tire pressure and all that, or what happens?
Yeah, as we are working with customs, we also have customs division here. So sometimes it could be error in typo, where the documents have to be referred to the long room for it to be worked on by the advice of the customs. But if it's something which means that maybe where chassis have been tampered, instantly we will impound the vehicle. The person, they have to do a lot of investigations. That's customs. So when they come out with their facts, then now they know what to do. But so any vehicle we see doesn't match, we contact the customs as we are working with them, and then we seek advice together.
Great. So this is Mr. Kingsley. He's the man in charge from the DVLA section in the inspection bay here. They look at all the things that he's mentioned and more. So you can still see some vehicle inspection ongoing there. One of the vehicles, the bonnet is open here. You can see some folks from the customs division here as well, doing a physical examination of the vehicle. At the back there, you can see a lot of vehicles parked there. And what exactly, they are all waiting for their documents from the customs office. That's where you have to start from. Then you come to the inspection bay. Then the new protocol is that you have to drive out of the yard to decongest the yard as it stands now. Later, we're trying to interact with some of the new vehicle owners who have come to take their documents and their plates. And then we'll find out how exactly they are happy. But certainly, the people I spoke to earlier are elated about the dual processes that you have to do, the online. Let me conclude with Mr. Kingsley, Mr. Samuel here, on what exactly is some of the new innovations that they brought inside. So some of the new innovations you were mentioning, one of them is that the online. Which other ones do you have here?
In order to decongest the yard, we made people to come to inspect, to go through the custom process, and then do the inspection. So most of them did theirs last year, the inspection and then the custom process. So that's why you can't see much vehicles here. And as soon as that is done, you drive out of the yard. So that is one of the innovations that we brought to decongest the yard, because we are not in the normal times. Okay.
Great. So, Mr. Samuel, please hold on for me. Let's get closer to some of the vehicles over here and see what exactly is being done here. So you can see that this vehicle has a DV plate. That tells you that's a temporal plate that you can use until you are given a normal plate that comes in black inscriptions. So this is a new vehicle that is going through the process at the inspection bay. And this is the customs stage of the vehicle. So at the moment they've opened the bonnets, like you can see here. This is a Nissan make. So they'll check and make sure that. So one of the things Mr. Kingsley mentioned was they're going to check the capacity of the engine. The capacity. Why is the capacity of the engine important at all?
Okay, because we're taking vitals of vehicle, when vehicles are being imported, they come with their details. So it's so much with what customs have also captured in their system, because you pay duty also by capacity.
According to the capacity size.
Exactly. Yeah.
Great. So
this vehicle came with a tinted glass. They just removed it, so you can see it's been peeled off. How they say that?
They've removed the tint on the glass. So this is earlier what they was talking.
Exactly.
About where's the owner of the car?
Boss.
Okay, so I talked to the owner of the car. I talked to the owner of this vehicle. He's a new car owner. So you've been going through the process. You are the owner of this Nissan car. How has the process been for you?
Oh, the process has been good. I just entered and then they check one or two, the documentation and other things, the custom document. So I've been told to remove the tint, this thing from the car. So I've done that. So I'm waiting for their final approval for me to take to the next steps. Yeah.
So there's an online and an in-person. Do you think it's a better system than previously when you have to come and do everything here?
Oh, I think it's good. When you combine the two, it's good, because sometimes some of the things you have to come in person, some of the things you have to do it online. Especially during the registration, you have to do it online. But this particular one, you have to come so that the assessment can be done easily for you to take your car home. Yeah.
So this is a new vehicle owner. Hopefully he will get some of his documents so he can complete the process here. So it's a much better system, having to run the online and in-person phase, unlike in previous years where you have to come to the station here and do everything, right from seeing the customs, doing an inspection, a physical inspection on it. This is just a milder version of what you have to do before you come here. So a lot more vehicles are coming into the yard here. Exactly. And you can see one just finished some part of the process and is moving away. We'll be interacting with some more of these new drivers here who are coming hopefully for their certification to be able to drive these roads, these vehicles, with no authorities stopping them along the way. So the authorities will do their work as they do, which will be to look at every of the items that they mentioned, including the tire size and all that. Bossman, let me ask you. So, I mean, you've gone through the process. How's the process for you?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
When you went through the online system, have you registered a car before? Let me ask you first of all.
Yes, please.
Comparing the old system and the new system, which one do you think is better?
They are all okay. Yes, please.
But one of the biggest challenges that the DVLA has been facing is, fraudsters, guru boys, as people call them. I mean, what do you make of that? Do you think it's a much better system? Is checking the guru boys?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Great. So, this is one of the new people who are coming in for vehicle inspection here, and he thinks that it's a much better system. And it's working, at least for him here. There's this new vehicle as well here, Honda here. I talked to Bossman. Going through the process, how is the process for you?
Well, I just started. So this is my first stop after your private vehicle inspection. Yeah.
So he just came into the inspection yard where the authorities will do. Asking. So the authorities are asking him to, do some of the things. So his glasses, they ask him to roll up his glasses, to check his the tint of the glass. So the inspector mentioned that for front windows, no tint at all is tolerated, but for the back, 70% degree will be allowed. Not just for smaller cars or private vehicles. Sometimes you see vans also coming through.
67 DVLA office giving us an update of what's happening at the center. But let me go to the phone lines. The Director of Public Relations at the DVLA, Francis Tufo, joins us on this. Good morning, sir, and many thanks for your time.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Tufo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, okay. Before we delve into the issues, first, take us through the new measures you're employing to reduce the congestion.
Wow, it's bad. Very, very bad. Hello.
Mr. Tufo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So I'd like you to take us through the new measures you are employing to reduce the congestion.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning to you, and let me also say good morning to your very viewers and listeners. As you are aware, every January or the first quarter of every year is the peak season of DVLA. That's where people troop to DVLA to register their vehicle. And most of it, what we experience is a crowd that people anticipate the rushing just to have special numbers or to have it ready, to have vehicles registered in mass for institutions and agencies. The crowd will be management-led, and we put strategies together. One among the strategies was that we have to issue a statement, and the statement was to help decongest the system. What that meant was that those who bought vehicles years back, or days, or a month back, were asked to send the vehicles or their vehicles to the private vehicle test station for the vehicles to be assessed. Over there, the status of the vehicles will be checked to see if the engine is okay, if the tire is okay, and other parts of the vehicle is in good condition. Second stage, once that is cleared, then the officials of the customs division will also do assessment of the vehicle to see if the documents covering the vehicle are genuine. Once that is certified by the Ghana Revenue Authority, the customs division, then it will be released for you. Thereafter, you just have to give it back to DVLA technical officers, who also do the final assessment of the vehicle. Once that is done, that's the first step. Once that is done, we tell you the price to pay. You do the payment. The biometric is captured. Once the biometric is captured, the member pays the payment. So, if you look at the last year and this year, for instance, I'm in Kumasi, I'm monitoring with the team in Kumasi. We have more people present here than vehicles, simply because they were able to access their vehicles. Their vehicles were examined last year. So there's no need for you to drive the same vehicle here, have your number plate. So it has reduced the number of people or vehicles hitherto was a headache to DVLA. And the second one is that we've been able to put systems in place. For instance, tellers. We know usually people rush to the banking halls to pay, and that also usually creates some kind of jam. And with COVID in mind, we decided to have more tellers. We applied to the respective banks, and they added a number of staff or tellers to the existing ones. We've also created tents outside where you can do payments outside, you can sit outside, and the services will be provided to you outside, rather than converging in the hall for us to have effect of the virus or any related pandemic. So this, among other factors, are some of the things that management thought twice, and we ensure we met several times, we put the strategies together, and in place we rehearsed for days, for weeks before January 4th, which was Tuesday. So by and large, this has really contributed enough to the smooth registration system of DVLA as compared to previous.
Okay. Mr. Tufo, we are reliably informed that Gore boys are still in the system cashing in on unsuspecting car owners. Why does the DVLA still patronize these people?
Sorry, can you repeat that question for me?
So we are reliably informed that Gore boys are still in the system, and we want to know why the DVLA is still allowing them.
All right. The issue about guru activities, we have said it and said it several times, that if people want to transact business, especially registration of vehicles, particularly this peak season, or the season of DVLA, don't give your documents to anybody to handle for you. Let me give you just an example. A colleague of mine, I'm in the Kumasi, a colleague of mine called to tell me that he was in one of the offices and he gave his documents to someone to facilitate that for him. And as I speak, I'm yet to check if he has gotten his document. His document could not be found. So I told him that you've already submitted your vehicle to BBTS to be assessed. You had that courage to move in there. Why do you have to just give your vehicle to anybody at all that you didn't know to facilitate it for you? And that is one of the tricks that these people have been doing. And we have said it several times. About Google activities is worrying. And we have arrested a number of them. Some have gone to court and some have been jailed and some are on fine. One, we have said several times that if you want to register...
I understand, but I want to know what the DVLA is doing about it. So you say if I go to the DVLA office, I shouldn't give my letter or my papers to someone. But what is the DVLA doing about it?
Yes, one is about announcement, and we have run this announcement several times. We've also run media campaign about this on numerous occasions, that people shouldn't give their documents to anybody. Yes, we have people who register vehicles for institutions, agencies, or individuals who pay their nature of work, for instance, a producer, a journalist, or whatever. If you know you have somebody trusted in your office, you can give that person some authority or some power to register or by note that I, MFA, or I, so whatever, I cannot come to DVLA to register my vehicle.
Yeah.
To do. So I'm giving it to maybe emails to do that for me with your signature, your number, and perhaps stamp. Then we will verify, we will confirm to check if that is MFA or who before proceeding.
Okay.
However, people take delight. Well, there's some kind of excitement if you buy a car, you want to register. We said it that with the price that we charge for registration of vehicles are less than 1,000 times than what I understand some of these Google guys have been charging.
Okay.
Yes, for instance, the registration of a vehicle, some cars will even take you more than 500 cities.
All right.
Yet some of these guys outside somewhere We charge 1,000 and 1,500, and to add it on, they will give you fake documents. Let me just give you example of a colleague of mine. He works at the bank. He was my mate. She was given a bank loan, a car loan. She bought a car, and she told me she gave her document to someone to register for her. So I wasn't so happy. The truth to what my findings were of what I expected.
Okay.
So he told me that her document, these guys asked her to sit down. They bought drink for her. They bought pie for her. Later on, they bought rice for her, plus chicken added to her. Eventually, they registered her vehicle. They claimed they registered the vehicle for her. Fake documents, fake number plates, and above all, they also photocopied her documents in an attempt to register another vehicle. So the best of it is that have that confidence. Instead, DVLA, the price lists are there.
Okay.
They have staff who are ever ready to help you. So they shouldn't bypass any.
Mr. Tufo, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. That is Francis Tufo, who is the Director of Public Relations at the DVLA. On that note, we're going to take a break. We come back with sports. It's time for sports, and Muftau is extremely upset. He's angry. That's the Black Stars lost their friendly. Tell me all about it, Muftau.
Well, it is normal to be upset with the national team because if your tax is spent on ensuring that every year you chalk success and every year they continue to bolt and fail miserably, you have every right to be so angry with the performance of the team we saw yesterday. But one thing we can be hopeful about is that there's a possibility that this team would improve on Monday when we come up against Morocco. The decision of Milo not to start some of the best players we know in the team is questionable, but I believe this was a game he just wanted to take a look at the potholes he's got in the team. Whether if the first choice player is not available, another player can fix it. But what we saw yesterday, especially from some of the players, was so embarrassing to watch. And we are wondering even if it will be possible to actually end that 40 years of failure to win the competition. One thing that the presidency have said is that 40 years is it in the wilderness, something like that. That is in the Bible. So they are hoping that 40 years on, Ghana will win the competition, and 40 years on, you are looking at a team that does not look like one capable of winning the competition. So,
Muftau, before I let you go, in one sentence, in 20 seconds, are we ready for AFCON?
The human beings are ready.
All right, and that's how we end the Joy News desk. Muftau says the human beings are ready. The Black Stars, we are not sure if they're ready for the AFCON. For more news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com. Muftau will bring you more sports at midday. And my name is Mapito Sibidi. Thank you so much for your company.